got my WhatsApp doing numbers. Hey, all around the world, got my WhatsApp doing numbers.
Download now on the App Store and Google Play.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's your man Marcus A. Brown, and yeah, I got finessed overseas, y'all. So I might as well tell y'all about it. But before I get into the story, shout out to the day ones. And if you're new to the channel, please like, share, comment, and subscribe, all that good stuff. Let's get into what happened. Now, I know what some of y'all may be thinking, and no, this did not happen here in the Dominican Republic. This did not happen in Colombia or any of these so-called third world countries as y'all love to claim. This happened to me 2 years ago in a European country of all places. Because a lot of y'all love to say, why don't passport bros go to Europe? Because if it ain't white, it ain't right, according to a lot of y'all. Or if it ain't overpriced and overrated, it ain't right, according to a lot of y'all. This happened 2 years ago in Athens, Greece, which I know is not the greatest country economically, but it's one of them tourist destinations that a lot of people want to go to in Europe. So now that I have your attention, because we've already established through insights and analytics that a lot of people show up to these passport bro videos because they're addicted to drama and BS. Not all of y'all, but a lot of people. Let me tell y'all about my experience with the Athens, Greece bar scam. So as I mentioned before, this took place in Athens, Greece, which is a southeastern European country. I was on a family vacation. I was engaged at the time. So it was me, my ex-fiance, and her daughter. So we had an 8-year-old with us. It was a great trip. We had a good time. We did a lot of the touristy stuff, the boat rides, the bike tours, the Parthenon, so on and so forth. We would go out to eat at nice restaurants, things of that nature. By us having a kid with us, most of the vacation, our days started early and ended early. But me, being a solo traveler, I usually tend to stay out a little later when I'm by myself. And so one day we did the touristy thing. We went out to eat during lunch, but we didn't have dinner because we had food at home or in an Airbnb. So I told my girl at the time, I want to go back out and get something to eat. They were tired. They were sleepy. Like, we did so much running around. Both of them just wanted to lay down. It was the daughter's bedtime. And so she said, yeah, go do whatever you want to do. I'm tired. I'm calling it a night. So I went back out to the touristy area that we were just walking through. There's a lot of entertainment out there at night. There's people playing music, people dancing, doing magic tricks and all this stuff. It's right around the Acropolis area. You can see the Parthenon up top. And it's a nice view at night. So I'm walking, looking for some food, probably a gyro, some ice cream, something before everything closes. And I run into this older gentleman. Now, this is an old man. If you Google the Athens, Greece bar scam, you'll see this very blurry picture of him. I'm gonna put it right here. This dude, if you see this old man in Athens, Greece, I want you to beat his ass. I'm joking, don't beat his ass. If you did, I wouldn't be mad. But if you see this old man, I would recommend that you don't talk to him. This guy is notorious for scamming tourists. I did not know this at the time. But I'm walking up and down the street looking at the restaurants, minding my black business. And this old man comes to me and starts striking up a conversation. And he speaks English. He asks me where I'm from. I said, I'm from Chicago. I'm a truck driver. I'm already providing probably too much information. But I'm kind of used to this going to other countries where I meet like veterans and old retirees. Maybe if this dude was younger, I would have had my guard up, but by him being an older gentleman, I'm assuming that he's like an expat that worked in the US and came back home. I kind of let my guard down and I'm talking to this old man because he's talking about truck driving and everything. He's mirroring my conversation, and what he's saying is checking out with me. He's talking about express roads and being in this city and that city. I'm like, okay, cool. Like this is a cool old man. I can hang out with him. Whole time I'm still texting my girl, because she's not asleep yet, but I know she'll be knocked out pretty soon. So instead of me getting something to eat, I'm standing in the street talking to this old man. And he mentions to me, hey, I have a bar down the street. I own a bar. You should come see it, have a drink or whatever. And maybe you and your girl could come back later. And that also checks out with me because what do I do when I go travel? I go support local businesses. So I'm excited. I think I got a friend. I'm like, yeah, I could come have a drink. I could support your business. I know my girl probably not gonna come drink because, for one, we got a kid with us, but she not really into the nightlife like that anyway, at least not during that time. So I walk with him to this bar. It's a shady looking place, but I ain't tripping over that because to me, I'm supporting a local business. It has a big steel gate and a big door behind that. So he talks to some big security guard in Greek. And then he introduced me. They opened the gate, they opened the big door. And it wasn't until we walked inside and those doors closed. It's something about the sound of the big door closing, and then that gate, it was like some prison type stuff. As soon as I heard that gate close, and I looked behind me and the security standing there, I'm like, okay, something ain't right about this, but I'm too deep in the woods now. Like, whatever's finna happen is finna happen. But it felt off as soon as they closed those doors. Now, they got some nice looking bartenders, some bad chicks. They got some baddies in there. They not pouring any drinks though. They got like a couple scattered here and there, people in the corner having little separate conversations, maybe having drinks. I don't know if they was all acting or what, but it wasn't a packed place. It looked a little staged to me, but I was already locked in. So as soon as we walk up to the bar, these girls start bringing out bottles from behind, and they start acting as if they're gonna open these bottles. I said, no, I'm good. Like, give me a minute. Let me see a menu. Going back to that story that I just reviewed about the young lady who had her ex go on a gas trip and they got finessed. I told y'all I could relate to that because I've been through a similar situation. So they're trying to open these bottles. I said, yo, wait. Let me see something on paper. Let me see. Maybe I get a cocktail or a beer or something like that. No, we got to get you a bottle. This is the old man talking. We want to celebrate that you're here. We're happy to have you here, and, you know, welcome and all this other stuff. I'm like, dude, no, my girl waiting on me, and I'm texting her because she's still up. I'm like, yo, look at my location. I need you to see where I'm at. I'm right down the street from the Airbnb. I met this old man. I want to have a drink, and I want to come back. But, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to call you in a few minutes. So the dude is really pushing the issue that I need to sit here and finish a whole bottle with them. They haven't opened the bottles yet, but they working on it. And I'm telling them, chill out. Like, let me look at a menu first. Let me finish the conversation. We were having a good conversation. Because of those doors and because they were pushing the issue about opening these bottles, I said, you know what? I'm good. I gotta go. You know what I'm saying? My girl waiting on me. And they still not opening the door. So at that point, I just owned up to myself. I'm finna get finessed. I don't know what's finna happen, but this some BS right here. So I called my girl, and she's on speakerphone. And what I love about her is she knew how to get on code. I called her. I said, babe, do you want to come to this bar with me? She already knew it was up. Like, yo, get me out of here. I said, you want to come to this bar? She said, no, I'm tired. I'm waiting on you. Where are you? So the guy can hear this, and the waitress or the bartenders, they can hear this too. And I'm like, my girl waiting on me. I'm good. I ain't gonna have no drinks. I gotta go. And they still pushing the issue. So now she's getting loud. Where are you? Where is she playing the role? Where are you? What? I need you to come back. We ready to go to sleep. So now this dude is all pissed off, and I put her on mute. She didn't notice at the time. I told her the next day. And I just pulled out 90 euro, man. I put it on the table. I'm like, look, this all I got. I don't even want nothing to drink. Whatever the F y'all got going on, like, you got me, but I ain't drinking. Don't open the bottles. I gotta go. So they mad, but they finally opened the door and let me in. I went to the Airbnb, cuddled up with babe, called it a night. And the next morning, I'm telling her about what's happening. We eating breakfast, and we Google Athens, Greece bar scam, and that dude pops up. And I said, this is him. I haven't seen him since. We went back looking for him. I ain't go back to the place. I should have took pictures, but yeah, that's been happening. That dude has been around for a long time. I don't know if the authorities are aware of that or if they cool with that. But if you ever see that dude, punch him in the face. I mean, don't talk to him. It's a scam. And that happens all over the world. So I consider that nothing compared to what could happen in Chicago. I'm from Chicago, one of the murder capitals in the United States of America. So going back to the original theme of what I talk about on this channel, stop letting people shame y'all or scare y'all out of going different places. Me being from the city where I gotta watch out for my safety as soon as I walk out the door, really as soon as I get out of bed sometimes, you can't tell me nothing about being safe overseas. I want to hear shit about where it's safe, where it's not safe, where to go, where not to go. Let me make that decision and let me suffer the consequences of my own actions. I'm not saying don't be careful. Am I also saying that I would never go back to Greece? No. I would go back to Greece right now just for the food alone. I want to go back just for the feta cheese with the honey and the sesame at Dionysus. If y'all ever near Acropolis, go to Dionysus. They got amazing food. All the food is good. But yeah, I would go back just for the food and the weather and the environment. But this type of stuff can happen anywhere. So a lot of y'all just showed up because y'all wanted to hear a messed up story. That's my messed up story. I know worse can happen to people in different places. But if you're thinking about traveling, if you're thinking about expanding your horizons, I would highly suggest that you do sooner than later. We already see what's happening in the US with the division, with the race baiting. I don't care what nobody says. Somebody's trying to push a race war. They're dividing people along every line. Pay attention to what the Federal Reserve is doing. Pay attention to the performance of the United States dollar. And you take advantage of that while you can, because pretty soon we won't even be dealing with the dollar, in my opinion, based on what I'm seeing. But anyway, that's another discussion for another day. That's all I got. But I did get scammed out in Athens, Greece. So be mindful of that. Learn from my mistake. Thank y'all for listening. Again, if you're new to the channel, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you want to hear more content like this, hopefully I don't get scammed anymore, but I review a lot of other stories like this. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section, and I'll holler at y'all in the next video. Peace.
Yeah, my WhatsApp doing numbers, ayy. All around the world, got my WhatsApp doing numbers.
Download now on the App Store and Google Play.